Good morning, students. I am Kamal Nath. I welcome you all in the class of English. We are going to start today a poem, Marshlands, by Emily Pauline Johnson. You must have heard this name. She has written a number of poems, and you will have so many interesting poems in your higher classes. Here we are going to learn marshlands. Marsh, that means here wetland. Marshlands is a wetland that is almost throughout the year filled with water. Here, how the poetess Emily Pauline Johnson creates a beautiful picture of this ignored part which the people hardly pay any attention. How beautifully she has portrayed this scene which is created in marshlands. This is what we are to study and to enjoy. Let us first know about Emily Pauline Johnson. Emily Pauline Johnson was an author and performer who was born on 10th March 1861 on the Six Nations Reserve, Upper Canada. Her father's name was George Henry Martin Johnson and mother was Emily Sunana Hallwells. She was unmarried and died on 7 March 1913, Vancouver. That was the place she died. Her formal education was modest. Tutored largely at home. Mostly she took tuition at home. She attended the Reserve School for 2 years and then Brantford Collegiate Institute from the age of 14 to 60. Here, the poem that we have here, which is very beautifully, no doubt, sketched with the words. Let us know what is the summary of the poem. What does the poet tell us about the poem, about the marshlands, about the creatures, about the plants, and the scene that is created during the sunset. Marshlands by Emily Pauline Johnson is a 14-line poem which is divided into 7 couplets. 7 couplets, that means 14 lines. This poem can be considered as sonnet due to its rhyme and rhythm schemes and number of 14 lines. If any poem that contains 14 lines, that means here 2 couplets, a pair of lines, that is 7 pair of lines, that is called 7 couplets. And if each line is here rhyming, rhythmic, this is titled as sonnet. This poem also is of 14 lines. Each pair of 2 lines has the last rhyming words, and that's why this is called sonnet. The pattern, along with the rhyme scheme, gives poem a steady, lulling rhythm which helps to emphasize the peaceful and romanticized picture of the marshlands. The speaker begins this piece with an initial description of the main subject, the marshlands. That being said, the appropriate level for the land is less important than the general feelings that are brought across by it. What feeling is created, how the attention is drawn to the readers towards their beautiful scene about the importance of marshlands. This is what here important for us to understand. The text of the piece is primarily descriptive, but those same descriptions are emotionally tinged. Here, the lines when you will read this beautiful scene, and no doubt they are meeting of the sky to the earth. This is what in a very beautiful way pictured, and that only draws our attention. Johnson's word choices are specific and textured, beautifully here woven with her sentiments and emotion. One is able to make more than just surface level information from the lines. What the words describe here what is about the marshland much more than the picture comes here about the internal beauty of the marshland. That creates the feeling, the emotion about the piece of land that we generally ignore due to just here unused here part of the land. There is a general feeling of mystery around the land. It is dark, and in some places dark, but it's also filled with life. As we think marshland, that is always wet, and there are some creatures, several creatures, so we cannot say this part of the land has no life. The poetess has very beautifully described about some creatures who take shelter, who comes from distance and live there, and they exist there. The poem begins with the speaker starting that the sky over the land is thin and wet. When it seems that the sky is touching, there is a brim, the line where the sky and the surface of the water meets, the earth meets, especially the surface level of the water or the marsh meets. Here, about that the speaker is telling that the sky over the land is thin and wet at that part. It is very likely that a storm could come and drench the land at any time. This is a constant possibility in the marshes. Always. That there is a possibility of such like that there may be some storm amongst all of the reeds, moss and darkened corners of the land. There are cranes. The poetess here mentions several creatures who come from distant land to take shelter. They get food. So the poetess describes there are cranes, geese and lizards. These creatures represent the wider array of animals and organic life that lives in an area that is generally distasteful to many onlookers. Many people, those who really watch, those who go and visit this place, they do not like. That's a nasty place. That's a nasty place for them. But here, it is described beautifully by the poet and draws our attention. So this was what here the poem, students, in which the poetess Emily Pauline Johnson creates a beautiful picture of this marshy land, wet land, where not only some plants are here, regular plants, grass, tall grass, some wild rice, these here found there regularly, but these plants and the water, wet water, that is here wetland, gives shelter to several creatures, several birds and animals which come from distant land. They are taking shelter, and that is the home of these creatures. Besides that, whatever the poetess has created the picture of the beautiful scene when the sky meets the surface of water and how the colorful here sky is here created. This is what the attraction, the focus of the poem, which is no doubt emotionally tinged with the onlookers. Onlookers is enjoying that scene only, and this is what the attraction. So you will no doubt come to know line wise. I will explain you the poem in online class, and here this summary that I have shared you will write down this as just summary. You note the very important words, very practical and useful words that is explained in the last of the poem, all highlighted words in your copy, and learn them. So student, this was the poem Marshlands. That is a sonnet. Because it is a sonnet, you may no doubt very clearly tell and confirm why it is a sonnet. Sonnet is generally of 14 lines. Here 7 pairs of lines, that each 2 lines are rhythmic, rhyming. And so you can see beautifully how that poem is already here written. So thank you student, thank you very much being with me. Thank you.